Nobody stopped at Kennel 9. Not the first family, not the 15th, not the 47th. Two 75-pound boxers sat through a 6-hour adoption event and watched family after family walk past. Then, a widowed father and his 9-year-old daughter sat down on the floor in front of those bars. And what happened at 2:58 in the morning 4 months later is the reason that little girl sleeps through the night. Two boxer dogs sat at an adoption event for 6 hours. 47 families walked through, every single one past Kennel 9. Too big, too intimidating, too much. By the time the event ended, Sir Copperton and Duke were the only dogs who went home in the shelter van. Then one man stopped on his way out, and what those two dogs did at 2:58 in the morning 4 months later is the reason his 9-year-old daughter still sleeps through the night. James Calloway was 38 years old, a high school history teacher living in Denver, Colorado with his daughter Lily and a grief he didn't know what to do with. His wife Rachel had died 8 months earlier from a brain aneurysm. She was there on a Sunday night and gone by Monday morning. James had taken the leave, attended the counseling, gone back to work, made the lunches, signed the permission slips. He was functional. That's the word his sister used. He was functional. Lily was 9. She had her mother's eyes and her father's stubborn streak, and a bedroom she hadn't slept in alone since the night Rachel died. Every night, without exception, she came to James's room, somewhere between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., and stood in the doorway until he moved over. He never asked her to stop. The adoption event was Lily's idea, a Saturday in March at Riverside Community Center. She had seen the flyer at school and said, "Dad, please." James said, fine. He expected to spend 45 minutes walking past puppies and go home. He didn't expect Sir Copperton. By the time they arrived, 47 families had already cycled through. Kennel 9 was still full. Two boxers, side by side, pressed together the way things press together when they've been left alone too long. The first was fawn-colored, 75 pounds, folded ears, and a tongue that hung out of his mouth like it had somewhere better to be. Sir Copperton. The second was brindle, 72 pounds, darker, steadier, sitting like he already took inventory of everyone in the room. Duke. The shelter volunteer, a man named Greg, said what he always said. They come as a pair. Sir Copperton doesn't eat when Duke's gone. Duke stops sleeping when Sir Copperton's out of sight. They've been together 3 years. You take one, you take both. Most people hear that and keep walking. Lily didn't keep walking. She sat down cross-legged on the floor in front of Kennel 9. Sir Copperton pressed his entire face through the bars and placed his forehead against hers. He didn't bark, he didn't jump, he just held still, that impossible tongue draped across her knee, leaving a streak of drool on her jeans the size of a handprint. Lily looked up at James. "We're taking them," she said. It wasn't a question. James signed the paperwork 28 minutes later. The first week restructured the entire house. Sir Copperton discovered the living room and claimed it with the calm authority of a dog who had been waiting years for exactly this couch. Duke chose Lily's bedroom, not the doorway, not the rug outside, the foot of her bed, where he placed his 72-pound body and did not move for 8 hours. James stood in the hallway and watched his daughter fall asleep in under 4 minutes with a brindle boxer at her feet, and he didn't say anything for a long time. By day 4, Sir Copperton had knocked over the recycling bin, eaten half a loaf of bread left on the counter, and left a drool puddle on the kitchen floor so large James nearly slipped reaching for his coffee. His tongue appeared on surfaces in rooms James hadn't even been in. The drool was not an inconvenience. The drool was a weather event. James bought a dedicated roll of paper towels for the kitchen counter and accepted this as his life now. But here is what nobody tells you about boxers. They rank among the most emotionally intelligent dog breeds in the world. Not just smart, emotionally attuned. The kind of awareness that doesn't come from training, it comes from paying attention. Sir Copperton and Duke had been paying attention since the moment Lily sat down on that community center floor. They had already decided what this family needed. They were just waiting for the paperwork to catch up. 6 weeks after the adoption, James hit the wall. Not dramatically, quietly, the way grief actually works. It was Rachel's birthday. He got through the school day, got through dinner, helped Lily with her homework, and sat on the kitchen floor after she went to bed. He didn't plan to, he just sat. Sir Copperton walked in first, all 75 pounds of him lowered onto the tile without a sound. He placed his enormous fawn head on James's knee and held it there. Then Duke came. He pressed himself against James's other side, solid and warm and completely immovable. James sat with 147 pounds of boxer on a kitchen floor at 10:23 p.m. on a Thursday in April, and the house didn't feel like a place he was just surviving anymore. I see you're still here, but you haven't subscribed yet. That honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You're gonna want to see what happens next. From that month on, a routine settled into the house like it had always lived there. Every morning, Sir Copperton walked into Lily's room first. He placed both front paws on the edge of her bed and sneezed, one enormous theatrical sneeze that shook his whole body and sent Lily into a full laugh before she was fully awake. It was the most reliable alarm clock in Denver. Duke waited in the hallway. When Lily came out, he fell into step beside her, like a brindle shadow that had decided her radius was his permanent address. James started sleeping through the night, somewhere around week 5. He wasn't sure when exactly. He just noticed one morning that it was 6:40 a.m., and the last thing he remembered was closing his eyes at 11. He didn't analyze it. He lay there listening to Sir Copperton snoring on the living room couch and thought, okay. In May, Lily's teacher called James to say that Lily had told the class about Sir Copperton and Duke during a sharing activity and made 6 kids cry. James said that tracked. On a Wednesday night in August, James woke at 2:58 in the morning by both dogs barking from Lily's room. Not the playful bark, not the bored bark, the other one, sharp, urgent, wrong. He ran down the hallway. Lily was sitting up in bed, pale, both hands pressed to her chest. A nightmare had locked her in before she could wake herself out. Duke was on the bed beside her, one paw on her leg. Sir Copperton was at the foot of the bed, barking at nothing, at the nightmare itself, at whatever had frightened her. James sat on the edge of the bed. Lily pressed herself into his side. Duke didn't move. Sir Copperton stopped barking, stepped forward, and laid his head across both their laps, tongue out, tail moving once, slowly. They sat like that for 11 minutes. The nightmares didn't stop completely, but after that night, Lily stopped coming to James's doorway. She had Duke at the foot of her bed. She had Sir Copperton 2 steps away. She had 147 pounds of something that refused to let the dark stay in unchallenged. Today, Sir Copperton is 4 years old, and Duke is 3. The couch still belongs to Sir Copperton. The morning sneeze still wakes Lily up better than any alarm ever has. The drool remains a permanent fixture of the kitchen that James has made his peace with. Lily sleeps in her own room now, every single night. James doesn't sit on the kitchen floor anymore. Some dogs don't wait to be asked. They don't need instructions. They look at a family that's been broken open and they decide. Sir Copperton decided the moment Lily sat down on that community center floor. Duke decided the night he walked to the foot of her bed and stayed. 47 families passed Kennel 9. One man stopped, and that house in Denver hasn't been the same since. Would you have stopped at Kennel 9? Tell me in the comments.